I want to show you different ways to use the rope-a-dope today. And so first I'm going to show you all the features of our tool. Here's the center line here and here, so you can make sure that you're in the center of your sashing or your border. Also have the bottom edge here to make sure that you're not going off the area that you want to quilt in. A, B, C, D, and an arrow, and I'll talk about those as I'm quilting with the tool. On the other side of the tool we actually have a drawing tool. This is the actual size of the rope, and you can use that to draw on your quilt if you like. We have some measurements here that are going to help us turn the corner, and we have an echo here of the 2.5 inch so that you could actually put in a 3-inch border or a 3.5 inch border. So let me show you how the tool works. Here I'm working with the 2-inch, and I have grip tape on the back. First I want to find out what my measurements are. So I'm going to take the drawing side, and I'm going to just put a dot at the top of that hump on my drawing tool, and I'm going to measure it. So I'll take this arrow, put it on the dot, and I can see that my measurement is 5/8. I'm going to take this over to the side, center line going down on the quilt, 5/8 at the top, and I am going to draw that on the drawing side of the tool. I'm going to take over here so I know where to start. On this side of the border, do the same thing. Center line down the middle, 5/8 at the top, and draw. So I just drew the line in which to start. So I need to find out exactly where I'm starting here. I'll move my machine up, and I'm going to now be on the side of the tool in which I'm going to stitch. So I need to start at A, so I'm going to just move the machine till my center line matches and my needle matches in the line. I'll put the needle down. Okay, and I'm just going to bring my thread up, little back stitch, and needle down. Okay, so I'm in A. I need to match the center line here and over here. If I start tilting it, you can see that I'm going to get off. So I want to make sure both sides are matched. I'm going to stitch from A down to B. Needle down. Now I'm going to move the tool. I'm going to keep the center line matched on both sides and move the tool over to C. I go back up to A. Now I did move the tool a little bit, and you can see you're off if you do move the tool. So we're going to try that again. So I'm going to move to D. Now if everything is lined up correctly as far as over here and over here, then this back stitching should be right where it should be, and then I'm going to bump down to B again. And you can see the back stitching was right there. So let's move the tool again. If you find your back stitching is hard, then you can also come back to that arrow without moving your ruler, and then move. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I do when I get to the corner. I can see, but the next one is going to hit my line here. So I'm going to stop at that line and then backstitch back up to the arrow that we talked about earlier. I'm going to hit the line, back up to the arrow. Hit the line, up to the arrow, back to A. Hit the line. Now, I'm not going to worry about getting that little bit in the back. This is going to be a good place to turn. So I'll turn the ruler. I'm going to match up my center lines. And I'm going to see that I'm about 1/4 inch away. And then stitch it. And continue stitching down my border. And that's the rope. Now, if I was going to the bottom and turning the corner, I would turn the corner the same way. But I would actually use the tool in a different manner. This tool is a little hard to hold upside down. And I'm not going to turn the corner again. It turns exactly the way I just showed you. I'm going to do just a line coming off. And we're going to start with a little bit at the top. So this will look like the rope's coming off the other rope. So I'll start at the arrow and do 2 bumps. Go back to A. Go down and go to C. Go over to B. Back to A. Oh, I'm sorry. I could have rolled the whole way down. And back to C. So I'm just doing it backwards to go across so I don't have to hold the ruler upside down. But you do turn the corners the whole same way. So I put this 2-inch rope in a 3-inch border, and you can see I have space on both sides. So on the drawing side of the tool, we also have an echo. So let me put this up, and I can match the stitching line on the echo line. And I will echo. Quarter-inch echo this a little further down. You can also see I have that drawing tool here, so I can match that with my rope to make sure my placement is correct. And I can put that echo on both sides, and that'll bring it out to a bigger border. Let me show you the different sizes of rope tools that we have. We have a 1-inch because someone requested it, and you can see that is the size of it. We have a 1.5, and I'll put them all the same way there so you can see the size of that one. We have the 2.5 is the one that I worked with. We have a 3-inch. That's the 2.5, I'm sorry. Again, you can see the size of the tool. Our 3-inch, 3.5, and we have our big 4-inch tool. And these bigger ones were also a request of our customers. So we have 7 different rope sizes that you can play with.